That's not being at the top.
Mm.
Somebody says, "Oh, I had a client reach out and I couldn't run their appointment, so I just told them to go to UPS store." That's not at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had a person call me and I was busy. I told them that I call them back in 30 minutes. That's not at the top.
Mm.
Oh, how about this one? I had a person call me and then I told them it'd be $65 and then they said 65, and I told them, well, that's my price.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the top. So all those deviant activities that result in nothing, that's not the at the top. Oh, no, no, let me show you what it is to get the top. At the top is somebody calls you and they say, I can just go to the UPS store. And instead of you saying, well, go, instead of giving them an attitude and brushing them off,
Mm-hmm.
you ask them, are you 100% confident that your document won't get rejected after going to the UPS store?
Mm. Mm.
That's a question. See, I'm gonna put doubt in their mind about going the cheap route.
Fascinating.
Instead of you thinking that I don't want to pay for some notary person to come notarize this napkin. You know how people write contracts on napkins and they sign it with a crayon, and then they want you to just get out of here, lady. So being at the top is a level of service to the client that says, I don't charge $25 per appointment. I actually charge a premium. So therefore I know it's worth my time to answer every single call. And when I do answer the call, I'm gonna help that person solve whatever problem, get to whatever outcome that they're trying to get to, because that's the standard that we set. And I'm not even concerned about the price. Listen, the price is the last thing I'm worried about. Not even concerned about it. I don't even care what the price is. In my mind, and the people who I work with, the people who I train, we want to solve that person's problem. And that's why we have no problem when it comes to the price. They say, all right, when can you come? That's the only question you want to hear. That's the only thing I want to hear from you. What time can you get here? That's it.
Yeah. Big on
Circle it.
That's coming. For those that are tuning in, please welcome to our show. Drop a comment, ask a question. We're all family here. We do what it do. There's no there's no judgment zone here, man. You say what you feel. We don't have to agree on everything. There's a lot of stuff that me and TEKK do in our business that many notaries don't agree with. But that's why they're also stuck making the money that they make. And that's also why they wait 3 to 4 weeks from a title company to get paid. We're going to air some of this stuff out. Walmart and Target doesn't even let you wait 3 to 4 weeks for a paycheck, but yet you let title and escrow companies pay you whenever the hell they want. And and TEKK, we were talking about this earlier, man. When I first came into this game, I had a cape on. Fam, I had a cape. I was caping for notaries and shit. I was offering them prices that they didn't even believe that they can get. And they were like, who's this super notary agency caping for little old me? Then I had to turn to this nigga.
Yeah.
Why? Because a lot of notaries were not reciprocating some of the love that I would show to them.
True that.
They did not show the love that I was showing to them. I had to put a pause to that shit. So when you're at the top of the food chain, you have to be prepared to be the giver, not the taker. A lot of times you will not be receiving gifts like it's Christmas, because you are Santa. You are the giver. You heard the saying, it's better to give than to receive. And that's really because in that particular saying, they're talking about, if you're receiving, that means you're in a moment of need. You actually need something. That's why when somebody gives you something, you're appreciative, you're grateful for it. But what happens when you have it all? Your position changes to where you want to give to other people.
Yeah.
And I gave, and I learned one thing. What Chris Brown and Lil Wayne said, these notaries ain't loyal. But it's okay, though. It's okay. I don't expect them to be. I don't expect them to think about me in the fashion of, hey, I can't do this notary assignment. Let me give it to the guy that has been giving me mad notary assignments.
Nah.
I can't dwell on that. If you're dwelling on little things like that, it is hindering you from excelling to that next level, truth be told. That's how I feel. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, why are you being so loyal to these notaries?
Well, in the beginning, I was loyal to the notaries because I felt like I am one of them, and I kind of like when I used to be a waiter for Olive Garden. I always tipped the waiters more because I was a waiter at one time too. I was like, I know they ain't getting shit. Let me give them an extra 10 or 20. You know what I mean? So I bring that same energy into the notary business, and like, you know what, they're a notary. I know they don't know how to price themselves. I know they're really scared, and all I have to do is bark at their price one time, and they're gonna drop their drawers and shit. Let me throw them a bone. I'll pay them $150 when I know this notary would accept this assignment for $50.
Right. That's the difference. So you were blessed with a great heart.
Fuck that. Said laugh out loud. There's no loyalty. It's all business that goes for any industry. You're right. You're right, Ked.
Hey, I took that the hard way because,
man,
I had it in my mind that, like you said, I know you're not getting nearly as much as this for a loan closing. I know for a fact. I remember when I first started outsourcing notary appointments. This was like in the thick of the refinance wave of 2021. What year was that? 2022, whatever it was. When interest rates was at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, and everybody and their daddy was doing a loan signing. And we went the other way, right? We ran the other direction. We were going straight to all the private documents, and just swooping up the whole game. And I remember it was just being so much work, and I would have to call notaries. I met a notary in the line at FedEx, right?
I remember that. I think I was on a phone call when you did that.
It was crazy because she was saying how, oh yeah, she was very professional, very cool, and I was like, okay, so she was brand new. I was like, okay, so how you like it? Yeah, yes, you cool. You this is only like your first one, nice. And I said, oh, yeah, so you work in this area? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, all right, well, listen, I can work here all the time. I'm gonna call you whenever we have some work. She's like, oh, great, I love it. And she would do the notary appointments, and she was very good. She was very professional. And then I would call her, and then I would pay her. She would be like, wait, you're going to give me, wait, how many times do I have to like print out documents? And I was like, none.
Right.
She's like, wait, like, do I have to like scan it? Should I scan it back to you? And I'm like, no. This was a minute ago. She said, wait, so you're saying that I don't have to print anything and I don't have to scan anything back and you're gonna pay me first? I was like, yeah, do you have PayPal? Or do you have me thinking I'm thinking to myself, all right, she's always gonna answer the phone when I call. And she did.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't she?
Exactly. It's a model that she's not used to, and it's accelerated to the point where a person is making more money quicker. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, those that are in the comments, shout out to everybody in the comments, by the way. Kedge said loan signings is a scam. Those should be minimum 500. I agree with you, Kedge X. For sure. I agree with you. I believe that a lot of the title and escrow companies have been running game on notaries for so long. Like notaries like us, if we came into the game and wanted to rape the industry, we could do that. Because I see all type of pitfalls, potholes throughout this entire industry where I could say notaries could be taking advantage over here. They could be taking advantage over here, taking advantage over here. And like I said, when I first came up in the game, I was doing this. I was caping. I was like, I'm going to save the notary industry. Right? Fuck that, dude. Now, I'm not going to take advantage of my fellow notary.
Right, exactly.
And truth be told, I have resources to equip and arm the notaries to the teeth with my programs, with free email marketing, like for notaries. Like it is what it is. We have a 60% open rate with our email marketing for notaries, specifically for notaries. It's no other industry. We do that specifically for them because I want to arm them to the teeth. But are all notaries going to gravitate towards our information? Hell no. There's people that cancel doing the notary war room because they said, man, I heard you and TEKK were talking greasy about loan signings. Nigga, fuck loan signings.
They really took it personal. They really got hurt.
Fuck loan signings. I have never in my life, in the engineering side, it is pretty close. The engineering side is pretty close on how they do payouts. But I know for such a small transaction to happen with a loan signing, which is like $200, $250, Kedge X, I agree with you, 500, but they have that bread.
Yeah.
The receptionist can get access to the credit card if they need it done. Me and TEKK have done it multiple times. Where loan signers, loan officers, whatever you want to call them, all say that it's not proper protocol. They pay people 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes 4 to 6 weeks after the closing. It's like, first of all, me as a notary, I have nothing to do with the closing. Whether your closing goes through or it doesn't go through, that doesn't affect my agency whatsoever. So why do I have to wait for you to process damn near 2 payrolls? Am I right or wrong, TEKK?
Right.
If we're going into 3 to 4 weeks, 2 payrolls went through. If the person gets paid every 2 weeks. So why do I have to wait for 2 payrolls to go through for me to receive a measly $150, $200, $250?
Well, your theory on that is right on, which is someone just closed a multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars deal. They purchased a home, or they bought a home, or they sold a home, something like that. And now as they approach the finish line, now the objective is to get across the finish line and get the notary to sign and finalize the deal. Was it to them negotiating with a notary who's unsuspecting, by the way, doesn't even understand that they're in an active negotiation, and then to get them to do it for $75, and now all of a sudden, what you would say is they're now the title company, they're cutting down their margin, or they're increasing their margin. They have probably allowed it 450, 375, 250, whatever it is, and then they canned you up with $200 or $75. Yeah, they just made the company more money. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do that? And then you just sit there and let them do it. Why wouldn't they do it? It's fear, man. It comes out of fear. What does J3 Mobile say?
Yeah.
Nobody likes loan signing anymore. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah. J3, shout out to J3 Mobile Notary. I don't like loan signings, especially in New York. It's not worth it to move my car. I could just imagine what loan signing would be in New York, yo.
Oh, why? Why is that?
Bro,
traffic
first of all, New Yorkers are naturally aggressive, right? So they're already, if they call you, they're already fucking 2 weeks late. And what they do is they put that pressure on you when they make that phone call. Look, we need this and we need that and we need it like yesterday and we have to get this done. Can you make it? And they're putting so much pressure on people. And this is just like, this would be like fucking for DoorDash, bro. They would put that type of pressure on you for DoorDash and Uber Eats. So I can imagine for loan signings, the type of heat and anxiety that they're giving the notaries out in New York. Bro, I would make it hell for loan signers to call me. You're like, look, this is the schedule. This is what we're doing. You're paying up front. Because just knowing that it's a hassle for you, J3, you should make it not only a little bit difficult for them, but also make it worth your while.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do it anyway.
That's right. That's the one thing I think about when people say I don't like loan signing, and not to say this is specific to you, J3, but because you hear people say I don't want to do loan signing anymore. Well, I don't either, but I would still do it. But like you say, I'm gonna do something ridiculous, over the top. I'm gonna go way over the top, and then I'm gonna outsource it. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna. No, it's my terms. The playing field is my playing field.
Yeah,
it's not yours. It's mine. So for me to execute this and do this, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Absolutely, I'll walk you through all the steps. Yep. And then when it comes to it, it's gotta be worth your time. Otherwise, like, come on. We've had this debate back and forth, or this discussion. How long does it take to, and not to make this all about loan signing, because that's not why we're here, but I got to say this. How long does it take, and I'll poll the audience, people who are watching, and if you're watching this on replay, leave that in the comments too. How long does it take to execute a notarization, loan closing from beginning to end?
That number, bro, I don't believe enough people really dissect that number right there. From the initial phone call,
yes,
to
the clock
emails,
starts ticking. Then when the phone clicks, that's the clock starts ticking right there. If you didn't know that, just in case you didn't know that, it does.
It's interesting. It's so interesting you say that, man, because from the initial phone call to the point that you get paid, you're damn near a month in with these niggas. You're a month in with these cats from initial phone call.
That's real.
Fuck that, dude. No.
30 minutes, 35 minutes.
No.
You're probably doing 30, 45 minutes. But let me ask you something. How long did it take you to get there? How long did it take you to get back? How many times did you have to email? How many times did you have to scan? How many times do you have to drive to FedEx? How many times do you have to go get gas? Like, yeah, you might be sitting at the person's table for 30, 45 minutes. How many times did they have to stop you to call their lawyer? How many times did the dog jump on you? 2 to 3 hours is let's say you're doing 35 minutes, but it took you 30 minutes to drive there, or it took you like round trip 1 hour to get there and go back, and then you have to drop it off, scan back, the printer jam, ran out of ink, then you got to go to Staples, then you got to refill it, and then you got to go get some envelopes, and then they forgot to put the shipping label, so then you got to email them again, and then the customer had a question, all that stuff. I'm gonna say 2 to 3 hours, and I don't care what people say, argue with that. 2 to 3 hours average for you to execute loan closing, and then how much do you walk away with 4 weeks, 41 days later? What's the number really coming out to, right?
Man, bro. And that's why I had put on my cape, bro.
That's what I'm saying. When I met the homegirl on FedEx, I was like, I know for a fact you're not getting $75 for one signature. I know you're not getting $65 for one page. I know that you're getting $45 for seller's packages. I'm giving you $85 for a stamp and go. Why wouldn't you answer the phone when I call? But at the same time, then you hit me with a question that made me think. It kept me up at night. You hit me with the question. You're like, why are you paying? That's not your responsibility. That's not. Why are you doing that? And I have to think about that.
Why are you not doing what exactly?
Your job. You're basically saying your job. Your role in your company is to make sure that your company survives so that you can then give more opportunities to other notaries. The $65 that you're paying somebody to do a stamp and go, and I ain't talking about loan closing, folks, just stamp and go. That's what they're getting to do 3 hours of work, 2 to 3 hours of work. Would they do it for 25? Would they do it for 40? Well, in me, I'm thinking to myself, I'm caving. I know what kind of hurt that they're feeling. I know that here's the honest truth. The honest truth is I wanted to transition them away because I saw the both sides. I wanted them to transition away from a heavy reliance on loan closing because I knew what was going to happen down the woman I'm talking about. She was a teacher, right? She taught elementary school. She told me, I don't like teaching. I'm looking for a way out. And I told her, if you're looking for a way out, I know for a fact that you like being a notary public, but you're relying on what you're getting from these title companies and stuff, that's not cutting it. I know what you could get from doing private notarizations. If you put in a little bit of work, it would explode your business because I've seen what people have to put up with. I know that they're like, well, how are you getting these appointments for like $200 for one signature? How are you getting $150 for one signature? How is that possible? How? Because I make the price.
Yeah.
I'm not being dictated by Fidelity's title company. Because they're the ones giving you the price. They're telling you what you are getting paid. Yeah. It's not like that when you do a private notary. I make the rules.
And here, let me ask you this though. Even when companies dictate to you the price, you don't have to accept it. So you can turn a situation where, a title escrow company says, oh, we only pay notaries $65 for this. Like, well, you're not paying this notary $65. Like, you can flip that, y'all. Like, for those that feel like they're helpless and you have no power, I'm here to tell you that you do have power, but you're going to have some, as Farrakhan would call it, testicular fortitude. You're going to have some balls, man. You're going to have to confront a couple of situations. You're going to have to fire a couple of clients that have been taking advantage of you for the last few months or years. You're going to have to do some of these things to whip your business back into shape. You're going to have to do some things to make your business lean. You're going to have to take some classes or, Learn from, get that mentor. Damn, like YouTube. Let me tell you something, man. These YouTube gurus, except for maybe one or two, and I can let you know right now, they're not giving you the best shit for free on YouTube. Contrary to belief, give out your best shit. Them niggas ain't giving out their best shit. You know where their best shit is? Behind curtains. It wouldn't even be fair to the paying customer if you gave out your best shit for free. Mm-hmm. I pay $10,000-$15,000 for a Rolex. This guy just walks in, you give him the same damn Rolex for free? Dude, I'm going to throw a brick through your window.
That goes for everybody. Anybody can get on TV and say anything.
What up, fingerprinting guru? What up?
Shout out to fingerprinting gurus. Shout out.
They'll and you know, some people have more of a magnetic personality than others. There's no doubt about it. You can see it in their numbers, their subscriber count. There's just some people out there that just they naturally attract people to them, and they seize an opportunity and be like, you know what? I have 10,000 followers. Let me create something. Although I know I'm not that good at it, let me create something, and then maybe I can monetize this on my own. And because they're really good at influencing people and they're entertaining, you go ahead and buy their course. Now, when you buy their course, what happens is you start to model their business plan. And their business plan isn't really profitable.
No.
You knew that shit wasn't profitable when you saw them do it for free on YouTube. You was like, damn, that's a lot of running that you're doing for $60. Ooh. Damn, that's a lot of peel and stick highlighting tabs on each document for $60. Damn, you got to go to another location, FedEx to send that out for $60, and you got to do scan backs, and you got to print out copies. Your ass knew that what they were doing was not profitable.
You know what the key word is here? You. You. That's the key word. That's a lot of work that you got to do. That's a lot of calling that you got to do. See, that's the key word there. It's them or you doing everything. And you can't work that way. I mean, eventually, even the motor on the Toyota Camry was going to fall eventually. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You can't run forever.
It's unreal. And maybe they got you so. Now here's the thing, man. And see, again, I'm throwing on the cape again, but this time I got a sword in my hand because I don't make my content for everybody. I don't want everybody watching my shit because then they're going to use the tools and strategies that I teach, and then they're going to fuck it up for all the other people that want to perform at an elite level. Elite level. I don't want to put out my best content for everybody to consume. You're like, oh, that was great. Thanks, Tiger. And then they walk away and shit. I want people that are invested. People that don't want to perform as a normal notary. They want to perform at an exceptional level. I don't want the person that is just like, hey, I'm just making good money for myself. That's cool. I want you to look at this business as, dude, do you understand that you can employ people all around the United States as well as the world? Have you looked at this business as well on a global level? There's notaries in Brazil right now.
Right.
Australia. You have AI that can translate your English language into Spanish instantly.
Yes.
Guys are running out here doing notary stuff. They haven't created a book. You know, bro, if I went on Amazon right now, there's only a handful of books that are being sold on the notary industry. And the notary industry has been around since the 1800s and before. Why is there not more books? What do you think? People don't like to read? They'll buy your shit in a second. You fuck around and be a number one new release bestseller instantly because there's not enough of that type of content. See, anybody could throw on the camera, like you said, TEKK, and then start filming. Hey, I'm on my way to another notary.
Yeah.
Count that up, but put that in the pot. $65.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, and then they'll hit pause or stop on their video because they don't want to show you all the other fucking work that they got to do in the background. They'll stop it, and then they'll start going to the next appointment.
Yeah.
$75 for this one. Stop.
I'm worried about the interest rates that are coming down. That worries me. And then congrats on completing your loan certificate. You're now the proud owner of your own job. But that's exactly what I'm saying, because I'm worried now that the federal interest rates, I don't know if you heard this or not, but apparently this fall, the interest rates are going to be coming down. And that's a good thing for a lot of people who follow that type of news. It's going to be cheaper to borrow money. That's basically all that means. All that means is that you can now borrow large sums of money for less. And that's a good thing because, you know, it's costs you less to borrow money. You can probably, you know, do what you need to do. But how does that relate to us? That relates to our industry, because now with the influx of people buying homes and, you know, making deals on mortgages and whatnot, now that means that loan closing can ramp up. So now you have more opportunities to do loan closings. But did you not learn what happened the last time? Did you not learn 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, what happened the last time that you heavily put all your eggs into the loan signing basket? Do you remember? Do I have to remind you about what happened the last time you did this? The last time that this happened, when interest rates fell, and then this influx of people who buying and selling homes and mortgages and whatnot. What happened? What happened? You went all in on it, and then what happened? Interest rates went up. So there's this cycle that's in real estate, and all notaries want to be real estate agents. Apparently, I don't know why, but every notary is a real estate agent. But so that should even be more of a cautionary tale that this stuff is cyclical. When it's good, it's good. And when it ain't so good, it ain't so good. And when it's good again, it's good again. But one thing that never stops, people still will always need notaries. You know, I heard J3 say, I'm going to focus on Ron, or remote online notaries. And that's cool. I think that's a good thing, because it's always good to diversify. I also want to caution people, just because the question I'm always asking myself, and you know this, the question I'm always going to ask, and I'll ask you, to ask the audience, where are your appointments coming from? How are people finding you? Where are your signings coming from? Are they coming from title companies? Are they coming from third-party signing services? Are they coming from the bank? Are you taking it directly to the client, to the customer? I mean, are you in people's faces? Are they calling you? And are you doing your own fishing? To me, that's not just like Ben was saying, Ben Connect, shout out to Ben Connect. Congratulations, you now the owner of your own job. To me, it's who's calling the shot, who's setting the rules, whose playing field am I on? Am I on the title companies? Am I on signing services? Am I on the Round platform? Are they the ones feeding me? Do I have to take their $20? or can I set my own rates, and can it make sense for my time? Can it make sense for me? Can I charge? Can I set the standard? You know what I'm saying? So I'd be cautioned, man. The interest rates are going to fall, and good. That's good because more people are going to be able to buy homes and whatnot. But from our perspective, from our industry, I'm going to say again, when everybody was a loan sign. I mean, everybody. And what did we do? We went the opposite way. We went running the other way because that was opportunity. So.
Oh, for real? I didn't know this fingerprinting guru. You said LSS over in California changed his business model. He was definitely Mr. Loan Signings. He pivoted quick. What did he pivot to? I'll be interested in knowing.
I mean,
but
well,
I don't blame him.
Who didn't? I mean, now everybody's a permit runner. Everybody's inspector. Everybody does inspections. Everybody does permit running. Everybody does weddings. Everybody does. I mean, if at every, but the one thing that is always consistent is the sales skills. You have that skill, you'll always be able to find a client. You'll never have to rely. And no matter what, even if you do stay with loan signing, or you do permit running, or you do fingerprinting, or you do, field inspections, or you only do apostils, right? Which is not technically notary. I mean, it could be, but it's not technically. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to get the client, and I cannot. The only thing that I can make sure that you is going to protect you is that you can get your own client. You got to be able to get your own client.
Fingerprinting guru said he added fingerprinting, apostille, trust, everything. That nigga added everything.
We got a whole list. We got everything. We do everything. What you need? What you got? You got everything.
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. The loan signing process got your ass sending texts back and forth with an automated computer. Computer don't give a fuck about your feelings. They're saying, hey, this loan signing is $40. And you're texting back to a damn computer. Can you do any better?
Yeah.
Fuck. Did you not know that they're sending it out to like 300 notaries at the same time? Playing you, man. Playing you. And I blame the notaries for that, bro. Because you allow these suckers to kick you. They straight up suckers. But I gotta respect them at the same token because they're in business. They have no loyalty to you. They don't know your family. They don't know Aunt Betsy. They don't know nothing about, they don't care about that you're going on vacation and you're trying to rekindle the fire in your marriage. They don't give a shit, dude. They want you to perform a job for them, and they're going to hold on to the money as long as they possibly can to flip that money, just like a bank would do.
Yeah.
And you accept the terms. TEKK, you and I have farmed out hundreds of notary assignments, right? How hard would it be for us when we're talking to a notary, for the notary to give us a price, and then all we have to do is do a very small exaggeration? What result would that yield for us? If we would just say, if the notary said, my price is $75, and we replied with $75.
Oh yeah.
What would happen then, TEKK?
They would stutter. They would start stuttering. And then pretty soon we get it down to 60 or 50 or something lower than that.
You hear that? You guys, they would drop it from $75 to like $60. Now, as a business owner, that does something for our bottom line, right? We have just now increased our profitability by 5 to 10% just by exaggerating something on the same phone call. Now, me and TEKK don't do that to other notaries, but you can't be mad at a company that does do that. You have to be mad at yourself for falling for that shit or not studying the ways of negotiations in business.
Yeah, it don't seem like that, but it's your fault. It's you. It's you. You know, you can't really be mad at the company. On the surface, you can, but if you really dig deeper, no, it's you. It's your fault.
What up, Davita? Davita Jane in the building. Oh yeah, the fingerprinting guru said the one that kissed the most ass went. You see, I had never liked industries like that. I have a background in the music industry. I hated that. I hate the pretentious, fake charisma. Oh, let me kiss your ass so I can get in good with you. I hated that because I was like, well, if that's the game we're playing, you're always going to win. Because I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to play that game where I have to kiss your ass, bring you scrumpets, muffins, tea. Like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this for real. I'm going to pass you a fucking envelope with cash in there. And you keep the goddamn leads coming. I'm not gonna play the same game that other notaries do and be like, hey, here, I got you guys a $10 gift card to TGI Fridays. No, I got cold hard cash for your ass. Here. And I've done this.
Yes.
That around the holidays, after I look at how many leads came from a nursing home or whatever, I used to bring a bottle of Moet to the person, right? A spirit. I would bring a spirit out to them. But now I understand that they like the money even more. So I'll come with a envelope to be like, hey, this is a love token for all of the help that you've done for us here. And then there'll be, a couple of $100 in there. That helps out with their holiday shopping. That helps out with their gas. That helps out with their food in their fridge. It's more universal than, got to figure out a date to go out to TGI Fridays.
At what point are we going to admit that none of that worked?
It never worked for me. Well, then again, I take that back. I did not do that for corporate clients. I did not go out of my way to get Starbucks gift cards for corporate clients. I was like, y'all motherfuckers are fine. You guys keep doing what you're doing. We're just doing a simple business transaction back and forth.
And before,
but for my private clients, I would do that for, though. There was more of a connection with me doing that for my private clients when I would buy some Japanese sake, right? And they'll be like, oh, wow, this is kind of cool. Like, they appreciate that more because I'm only giving them the gift for them, not for them and their entire team.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So that makes sense. So just to be clear, so what I was talking about was like gift cards and goodies and tea and scrumpers and stuff like that. But you're making a distinction.
Oh yeah, big difference.
Because think about it, if it ever worked, and I know there's people out there who might be watching this and say, well, I got a couple of clients by giving out gift cards. Let me tell you something. It never worked because here's the thing. If it did, then how come it stopped? And you can blame interest rates. You can blame the federal market. I mean, everything. You can blame COVID, pandemic, whatever. Listen, it never worked. And here's the thing. If it did, then how come it stopped? or why is it that the number one question that people have is, where do I get more clients? Well, just give them more gift cards.
Yeah.
If that's the case, they give more gift cards.
Yeah, fingerprint guru said it doesn't. I tried it my first year and snapped out. That shit.
It doesn't work. And the first thing, admitting to yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, I gotta try something different. I gotta do something a little bit different because I just spent $100 on gift cards. I just dropped $100 on gift cards.
Yeah.
I just drove to somebody's office. I pretended like I wanted to talk to them, right? Kissed ass, like he was talking about whoever kissed the most ass. And then how many appointments did they send you?
Yeah. And again, it's different when you approach it for an individual. Now, if you're bringing, like, even if I were to go to a corporate client, I'm only taking it to one person, maximum two. The receptionist that I probably work closely with, and the attorney that's giving me a lot of the work. But as far as like, hey, here's this smorgasbord of stuff for the entire law office. No, bro, it starts to lose its significance. It gets watered down and diluted, that gift. You're like, no, this is for you.
Yeah.
Take that, hold that. Hey, we can't accept gifts from anybody. Well, I'll bill you later. You know what I mean?
It's in the mail.
Yeah, right? But no, come on, man. Like this game ain't played fair. And the fact that you're willing to play fair with other people that aren't willing to play fair puts you at a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's not the type of marketing you want to do. That type of marketing never worked, man.
And that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. The marketing. You guys are taking your marketing way too goddamn serious, yo. Get creative with your marketing for your notary business, man. Treat that shit like Kellogg and Post and come up with a goddamn Tony the Tiger and or Gecko selling insurance for Geico and shit. Get creative, man. Yeah.
I love the caveman. That was
Sasquatch. Sell some beef jerky with Sasquatch. Beef jerky. Get creative. You're taking marketing way too damn serious just because this is a legal industry.
Well, that word legal scares people. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, let me take that back. It's a professional industry.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you put it that way, it makes so much sense. You got Sasquatch, like and cavemen and geckos, and we had tigers, cartoon tigers. Yeah, when you put it in like that context, yeah, why aren't you enjoying this? Why aren't you having fun with this? Why aren't you taking the marketing? Like you talk about marketing, I don't talk about like pins with your business cards and man. You look like everybody else. You look
everybody else.
That's what the last person did when they came in with their gift cards and their pins and their like. That's not what's special about that. Like, what's unique about that? You wonder
You're not gonna hold anybody's attention like that. That's for sure.
Doesn't stand out.
So get creative. I want to see more imaginative, creative stuff, man. The storytelling. Look, man, I'm not trying to be politically correct in this notary industry. Make up some fucking stories, yo. All right? Who the fuck is gonna know the difference anyway?
Right.
Okay. I might even say this. Make some fucking fake testimonials. Damn, dude. Like you're at war in business. I'm talking about if you play on a high level and you have a competitor, they fuck around and try to cyber attack everything that you got going on. That's the game that you would be playing on a high level. They're going to try to crack your database, take your entire mailing list, leave you with fake emails that just happened to one of my buddies.
Oh wow, that's scary, man.
Left him with like 5,200 fake emails, and took all of his email list because there's money in the list. Why are you playing fair with people that don't play fair? You know what it reminds me of? And I don't want to get like too much into it, man. It reminds me of slavery days sometimes, bro. Slavery days when they were, like don't want to upset massa, right? But at the same time, massa does everything to upset your ass.
Yeah.
Beating you, doing all kind of just fucked up shit to you, but you have compassion in your heart not to do ill will to that person.
Right. You can rip his head off if you wanted to.
I don't subscribe to that, man.
Nah. You won't last very long.
It's about answering the phone when they call. I know you like that one, TEKK.
I love that topic.
I know you love that one, TEKK.
Oh my God, I'm like shivering right now. Yeah, you gotta answer the phone. Number one, we all know you gotta answer the phone, but what do you say after you answer the phone? What do you say?
Yeah,
because the first thing they're gonna say is, "Hey, how much do you charge?" And then what? That's the question that freezes everybody. How much does it cost?
And why do you think it freezes people? Why do you think people are afraid when the client on the other side, who can't touch them, who can't do anything, no physical harm to them, cause so much anxiety into a person where they're like, they have to just make ridiculous concessions for this person. They don't know this person from a can of paint. They wouldn't even give their grandmother a discount. But this person, they're dropping their drawers for him.
Oh, oof.
What do you think about that? Because I say
nobody got time for that.
One word. No. That's it. One word. No. They don't want to hear that word no. So it's $10. I mean, you thinking in your mind, they can't say no to $10. At the end of the day, they just want the sale. They're not trying to help that person. At the end of the day, by you answering the phone, and then the moment somebody says, "How much does it cost?" Like literally, that's the first thing that comes out of their mouth. Not "How are you doing? How's your day? What time do you close?" They're literally asking, "How much? How much?" And then you say, well, according to the state, it's see, you don't want to hear the word no. That's the reason why people say that. It's just one word. You don't want to hear no.
I got a quick announcement. Quick announcement. You guys, there's a snowfall happening right before our eyes, which is power of attorneys are going to be in extremely high demand until 2030. Right now, I am offering a free masterclass. I charge $297 for this masterclass. You guys will get a free video to watch on how to capitalize off of this industry of power of attorneys. There are 10,000, listen, 10,000 baby boomers retiring every single day until 2030. 10,000, yo. This is the biggest transfer of wealth that has happened in the United States in a very long time.
Right now?
Right now. That means like today is Friday, 10,000 baby boomers retired. Tomorrow, 10,000 baby boomers will retire. Sunday, another 10,000 baby boomers will retire until the year 2030. Look it up yourself. I want you guys to be prepared for this. Power of attorneys are going to be in such high demand. And we already know that most notaries aren't answering their phone already. They don't know how to price themselves. This is a great advantage for you guys. In the description, look up the free masterclass for power of attorneys. Take part of that. Watch the free video. I just want to help you guys out. That's the last cape I'm putting on.
I was gonna say, I thought you was done caping, man. I thought you was done.
I'm done with that, fam. Word. What to say? Fingerprinting Guru said, I am ready. That is my specialty in my area. I love power of attorneys. That's my bread and butter.